In this video, we'll see what is Armstrong number and how to check if whether a given number is Armstrong number or not using C and Java. So first of all, let's take the number n as 153. So basically 153 is considered as Armstrong number. So we are going to find out how are we considering it as Armstrong number. So Armstrong number means a number that is equal to the sum of the cubes of its own digits. So we are taking the sum of its the cubes of every digit, that is 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube. So from 1 cube we'll get 1 and 5 cube is 125 and 3 cube is 27. So when we add this, it is 153. So when we are taking the cube of its digits and adding those cube values, you'll get the same number itself. This is what we call it as Armstrong number. 153 is Armstrong number, 371 is Armstrong number, 370 is Armstrong number, and it goes on like that. There are very few. So now what we have to do is write a logic for this. We have got the n value. Now to preserve this value or store this value, we'll be manipulating this value. We'll be dividing this value and taking the digits apart. So to preserve this value till the end of the program, we need a temporary variable. So in temporary variable, we'll be assigning this n value and it will be preserved. Then we need a while loop. N is greater than 0. That is, we are checking 153 is greater than 0. That is true. Then it enters the while loop. And then we are finding one value called remainder. So how we are going to find remainder is that this n value mod 10. What this actually means is 153 mod 10 is we are extracting the last digit of this number. So when we do 153 mod 10, we are dividing it by 10 and then we are taking the remainder. So when you divide it by 10, 3 will be the remainder. So remainder will be equal to 3 in first step. So we got that particular digit. Now sum will be equal to, we are finding the sum. So sum plus, initially what we'll be doing is sum is a variable for which we are initializing a value as 0 because we will be repeating it every time we are adding each digit's cube value. That's why we are assigning it as 0, which does not change the original sum value. So sum is equal to sum plus remainder cube. We'll be finding the remainder cube, that is the digit value is 3. So 3 cube, and you will be adding it with the sum value, which is 0. Now that remains there. Sum is equal to 0 plus 27, which is 27. Now this is particular sum value. Next what you're going to do is, next time when we want to take the digit, the second digit, or from the last you're taking the second digit. So when we want 5, n mod 10 when you do, we'll get again 3. So we have to remove the last digit of this particular number. For that, you will be dividing that number by 10. N will be equal to n by 10. We're finding the remainder, that is the last digit, adding the cube value of that particular digit with the sum, and then removing that digit. Again finding the last digit. So now it will be, n will be equal to 15. When the loop continues, 15 is greater than 0. The remainder value will be 15 mod 10. We'll get 5. Sum will be equal to 27 plus 5 cube, that is 125 plus 27, 152. Then we are reducing that n value. N is equal to n by 10, that is n is equal to 15 by 10 is, get 1. For the next iteration, again n will be the next digit we are taking. So 1 is greater than 0. Remainder will be equal to, remainder value is 1. When you're dividing n value, we have n value as 1. 1 mod 10, you get the remainder as 1. Now we are adding that value to the sum. So 152 plus 1 cube is 153. We got that value. Next we are finding the n value. 1 by 10 is 0. So when you go for the next iteration, n value is 0 here. 0 is greater than 0. That condition fails. We'll be exiting the while loop. This is the main procedure to find the sum value, sum of the cube values of the digit. After finding the sum value, what we'll be doing is, we'll be checking if this sum value is equal to the preserved value, that is temp. So for checking here, we are preserving that n value. We'll be checking here. If this is true, it is an Armstrong number. If it is not true, it is not an Armstrong number. So in C program, what we'll be doing is, we're getting the number using scanf and storing that value in temporary variable. then n greater than 0, that is a while loop condition we are checking. Remainder, for finding the remainder, we are taking the modulus. Remainder is nothing but the last digit of that particular number. But only that one digit we are taking, and then taking the cube value of that digit and adding it with the sum, removing that digit from the main number. So this process will continue till all the digits are removed from that n value. Then finally we are checking with the temporary value whether the sum is equal to it. If it is equal, it is an Armstrong number. So let's execute this. Okay, here we have to write it as RAM. Enter the number 153. It is an Armstrong number. Now if you check, maybe 55, it is not an Armstrong number because 5 cube plus 5 cube is not equal to 55. Another Armstrong number is 370. So 370, it is an Armstrong number. It's coming right. Now let's try this out in Java. So we have given the number here itself, or else you can give the scanner class and get the value from the user. So number is 370. It is an Armstrong number. Now if you give 153, again it's an Armstrong number. We'll check with 567. It should not be an Armstrong number. Yes,